So, Mero, I gotta say, obviously, this is a wonderful, illustrious time to have the Kid Mero on this show.
Let's go.
But I gotta tell you real quick, is all the way back a couple months ago when I was hitting you in the DMs and whatnot about trying to get you on this show.
Thank you for
We
clarifying that, because a lot of people be like, "Hey, yo, what?"
I try to be thorough. But
Mhm.
yeah, man. So like, this isn't the first time that we've met.
Yeah.
Previously, we met, and so I went to the Bodega Boys show back in 2017. I went with my wife. So I wanted to tell you. So we took a picture together. But beforehand, so like I was driving to the show, and so I parked behind this car, and there's kind of like a fire hydrant, or like right in the area or whatnot. So I talked to my wife and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this in front of me? Like, they can't give me no more room? Not whatsoever. I was about to lose my mind or whatever. And then, of course, guess who gets out the car? None other than the Kid Mero. And
Yeah.
I was like, and my wife
Yeah.
said, pick this up and go out and say hello. So I said hello. But yes, that is it's just like, yo,
Yeah.
man. It's
That's
funny
the
funny
origin
how shit
story.
happens.
Yo, man, that was a while. Listen, and I'm back. I'm not gonna say like it's happening right now,
Mhm.
but Doug, I crave the road. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
I crave the stage. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we got Victory Light popping off. You know what I mean? Shout out to
Yes.
Liz and
Mhm.
Rainey. And yeah, dog, like that's in our future. You know what I mean? Like
Yes, and with that being said, that is the Kid Mero. That is Jake Christie. I am Anthony Canton III. This is the Marvel Cinematic University podcast. Yes, we're not talking about Marvel today. Sometimes it happens where there's special occasions where we talk to other people and we talk about different things. And in this case, we got the Kid Mero. He mentioned Victory Light. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn just wrapped
yes,
up its
sir.
season. Mello and Mero. Mello, yeah, Mero, Mello. I'm confusing my words right now. Like Mero, I gotta say this right fast. First of all, it is a pleasure to have you on.
Mhm.
Thanks for
Sec,
having me, man.
yes, a lot of love. This is a long time in the making. Big fan of yours. And secondly, like dog, you have had a year. You have had a year.
Bro, it ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like there's some stuff, coming down the pipe, you know what I'm saying? Hey yo. That you know what I'm saying? There's some docu-signs in my email, man. That once I hit them,
Mhm.
I can say, hey, this is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah, nah, man, like it's bro, thank you. You know what I mean? Like all praises due, you know what I mean, to the man above, you know what I mean? Shout out to my family, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
my
Mhm.
parents, my siblings, my wife, my kids. Everybody's always just like, yo, go, fuck him up, go get him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
ain't nobody being like, they all on the internet. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that are like, man, Meryl, get out of here, you watch that as well. Everybody's on this side is like, yo, go get him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And as a youth sports coach, bro, I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
not wonderful stuff. So I remember wanting to ask you this for a while back. So like, you have moments where you meet folks and you kind of like you surprised like how they are in terms of celebrity and things along those lines. And I know one of the things I wanted to ask you, you were able to meet Will Smith and Martin Lawrence during the Bad Boys Ride or Die
Yeah.
tour was going on, and you hosted a screening. So what was it like meeting Will and Martin and just being in that space with Carmelo Anthony at the same time? Like it had to be a trip out moment for you.
Bro, like honestly, like Denzel, you know what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Obama at Howard University, you know what I'm saying, like there's been moments like doing the like selling out the Apollo, you know what I mean, like there's moments in your career, you know what I mean, that you look at and you're like, yo, bro, like dog, I wrote a book and it shipped bestseller. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like I didn't even finish college, dog. Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, to quote Cameron in the cinematic classic Killer Season, this shit was not scheduled for me, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm just that moment there, man, with Will and Martin and Mello, you know what I mean? And just kind of like really getting in my bag too, like of like, yo, fam, like you do this, you know what I mean? Like like you could extract, you know what I mean? Like shit out of people that like just because of like a skill that you've developed, you know what I mean? Like making people feel comfortable around you, wanting to talk to you, you know what I mean? Like and just respecting that craft, you know what I mean? Like because I didn't go to journalism school, bro. I don't have a degree in communications, none of that. It's just being outside talking to people, bro. Working as a teacher for so many years, you know what I mean? And having a interface with so many different types of people that it was just like, you know what I mean? Like it's just something I developed over all this time. But to answer your question to the point, bro, it was a moment. You know what I'm saying? And then after, you know what I'm saying? Like we backstage and shit like that, taking flicks and all that. And Will is just like, hey man, like keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a funny dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was just like fam, like yo, nigga, like you made the fucking rodeo burgers at Burger King, dog, when you did Wild Wild West, and that was like. I was in like fifth, seventh grade or some shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, bro, this is, when you like, I mean, tell me if you can relate to this, because like, I feel like everybody can. Certain celebrities, certain, actors, musicians, entertainers, athletes, whatever, you don't, you kind of don't even see them as real people, bro. It's just like, you're a superhero.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, to me, Will Smith was the same as Batman. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, this is this mega guy who's like, you know what I mean? Like just iconic person. Like, you feel me? Like you hold that motherfucker's picture up and like name a fucking country, dog. Like if you hold his that's Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, so having him recognize me and give me words of encouragement, man, and be like, yo, you doing the damn thing. It was like, whoa, dog. It's like you just hooping in the park, man. It's just like, yo, me, AC, and Jake, bro, we playing 21 in the park, dog, just hooping. Just, you know what I mean? Just fucking around. Yeah. You know what I mean? And here come Michael Jordan being like, yo, hey, yo, you got a mean jumper, bro. Like, damn. Like, okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. Like somebody that is on that level giving you that validation is crazy, bro.
That did just make me think, though. I can't get the idea of Will Smith as Batman out of my head.
Let's make it. Hey, look. Hey, give me my 10%, bro, if it happens, Will. You know what I'm saying? I know you're good for it, gang. You know what I'm saying? Hold your boy down.
And I don't know how we're going to do it production-wise, but Chris Rock as the Riddler, I feel like, is just an obvious thing, too.
Oh, yo.
Batman, why didn't you use your batarang? Why did you just use your open hand?
Yeah. Just smack him. And then, of course, it's the Riddler, so he tries to smack him with like a big green hand or something like that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
It was a G.I. Jane riddle.
Yo. Oh man. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yo. So I went back, in a lot of instances, like I'll go back and watch like a lot of like old clips of when y'all were at Viceland.
Yeah.
And
it's like a weekly thing for me. I do it as well.
It's just like so many different things, and so many things that you experienced before you even got to this point with Mello. So I want to ask you, like, in between that, when you had to transition from what you were doing with Deezus, and this became like a new reality for you. I know you addressed this on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, which y'all should listen to, check out. Like that part is always interesting, because you think of times in people's lives, especially in the entertainment industry, and how hard it is, because you think like something is gonna be always, and then all of a sudden, like, it just, for whatever reason.
A lot of people don't have second acts in the entertainment industry. I think a lot of people think, oh, when this thing ends, I'll just pick up another thing, and a lot of times it does not happen.
Just go get another thing. 100%. Yeah, no. And like, you know what? Being from the Bronx, bro, like having my upbringing, bro, really kind of getting it, you know what I mean, out of just having to make it happen. Like, I was very used to being like people being like, man, get out of here. You know what I mean? But like I was like, listen, I've been smoking weed for free for a decade, bro. That can't be a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason there. You know what I mean? Like I'm accepted into this cipher. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yo, oh, I know what it is, bro. I'm giving y'all a 15-minute, 20-minute set. You know what I mean? I was just talking to y'all about Shorty in 3D, or you know what I mean? Like the guy at the in front of the yeah, it's fucked up, but like the Marine guy that's in full uniform in front of the bodega, like who still thinks he's in like Afghanistan or some shit, like all this wild stuff that you just see every day. You know what I mean? I would just kind of write about it, talk about it, and you know, like I knew, like, yo, you got something, so I didn't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not. But like I was confident enough, you know what I mean, just by like the contacts that I had made, like you know, throughout Act One, right? Like that, I was just like, oh, you know, it's got, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna find the new I'm gonna get into the new thing. And also, bro, like my parents are immigrants, bro. Like it's rule number one is like you do not quit your job before you have a new job. You know what I'm saying? Like, and dog, like it was like announced, like, yo, you know what I mean? Finale, you know what I mean, of the talk show, you know what I mean, on DNM. Boom. Now I'm announcing Wandale Robinson at the NFL draft. You know what I mean? Like getting a little bag for it. You know what I mean? So like, shout out to Ryan Drayson, bro. Shout out to Victor Lopez. Shout out to everybody that's kind of been, you know, like helping me be like, yo, fam, you would crush this. Have you ever thought about doing this? And I'm like, yo, you know what? I didn't think about doing that, but let me try that. You know what I mean? So, and sports was one of those things, you know, like I did the Formula One. I did, you know, I did a little EPL for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously now with Melo, a lot of MLB. Me and MLB is like this, you know. So I always knew that I wanted to do sports because, bro, once I saw like DraftKings like start to pop off, and it was like in the state of New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, and this is like right around the time that I moved to Jersey, right? So it's just like, okay. I was like, all right. So I'm coming back over the bridge from the Bronx to the Jersey crib, and I'm just like, yo, hold on. I was like, bro, there's just mad people parked out here in Fort Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like using the H Mart Wi-Fi and shit to place bets and shit because the IP address is in Fort Lee. You know what I mean? So it's just like because bro, I had been betting before it was like on apps when you had to go see like a guy named, like, you know what I mean, like Carmine or some shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, I know this is gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? So it's only gonna make sports more popping. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna make, like, if you went to like San Diego State or something like that, like, or whatever, you're watching that bowl game because you went there. But like if you're not, bro, if you don't got no action on it, what are you watching this for? You know what I mean? Like you think so? I feel like the wagering thing, bro. I was like, I saw that so early, not so early, but like I peeped it early, and I was just like, all right, bro. Now I'm jumping into sports with both feet because this is never gonna stop. And bro, look what happened. Here comes COVID, and they shut down everything, bro. We can't even bring boxes inside the house for 72 hours. You got to spray them with Lysol, throw Listerine on top,
What a time.
wait 2 days, and then bring it in the house. But guess what they still doing? They still playing fucking basketball, goddammit. They turned Disney World into the NBA. You know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, bro, like there's a global pandemic, and y'all still got Bron out there hooping. You know what I mean? So it's just like sports, bro. Like I was like, I know, I love it. You know what I'm saying? B, I can make a real, you know what I mean, like run at this, like career wise, and like you know, as part of the second act, you know what I mean, with along with all the other stuff that I wanted to do, like Victory Light, like, you know, doing scripted stuff, you know, more of like talk, you know, interacting with people type of shows, you know. So all that stuff is you know in the pipeline, but man, like I knew like Act Two had to include sports, bro. Because Act One was tough. You know what I mean? When you're part of a duo, you know, you kind of have to like compromise a lot. You know what I mean? And if it's like one of you is like really a sports person and the other one really isn't like that, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you kind of got to meet in the middle and do kind of like, you know, some sports stuff, but not like really dig in like how I am now.
Yeah, you know what was, you know, mentioning that and how you got together with Mello. how did that happen exactly? Because when I watch you guys, there is such a there's such a yin and yang and such kind of like a perfect chemistry. The meld is really perfect.
Yeah.
How did that come about? And are you surprised at how, perhaps, at least just my perception, how easy it's been to have that type of chemistry develop on the fly where you guys are like running from the jump?
Nah, you know what it is, bro? Like, you know, it like Mello used to always be in the Vice building. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
back in the day. And, you know, when like shaking and moving, you know, Mello's always been like thinking like second act type of guy too. That's another thing that we have in
Mm-hmm.
common. You know what I mean? So like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he was trying to, you know, exploring media, you know, still
Mm-hmm.
active as a hooper, but like, you know, seeing like, yo, what's next?
Taking a jab
And
step into media.
Yes.
you feel me? Like, hell yeah. Hezzy, tween, Hezzy pull, splash,
Mm-hmm.
right into the digital media space. So, like, but so like then, like, you know, he popped into the studio, like, and we would chop it up, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So there was already like an ease there, right? And then we interviewed a couple times for I think it was both iterations of the talk
Mm-hmm.
show of DNM. Um and then after that it was just like yo, you know, stars align. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
available. He's looking to do something, looking for a co-host. Boop, you know what I mean? And it just happens, you know?
I have a very important question. What is your favorite iteration of Mello? Because my favorite, I think this is an
Oh,
underrated Mello, is in the bathrobe in the bodega Mello. I'm coming
oh,
from my house. That's my favorite.
oh, that is 1000%. It is a tie between that and like Hoodie Mellow, because Hoodie Mellow was like fun
Hoodie
to
Yeah.
watch.
Mellow. I was just about to say
Yeah,
Hoodie
Hoodie
Mellow.
Mellow is like, I think Hoodie Mellow is the one that made people aware of the different Mellows, but the
Yes,
genuine aggression in his voice when he says, I'm coming from my house, like he's offended
yeah,
that she asked,
yes.
is my
That is
favorite thing
that's
about that clip.
that's that is that's mellow.
So, Mero, I gotta say, there's a couple things going on in New York sports. I say a lot of things. It's kind of wild.
Ooh,
I have not seen it like this in a minute, where every team has some type of crazy shit going on, some relevance or irrelevance or whatever it be. Like all the teams have some type of shit going on, but we gotta get first with the baseball because you know the Yankees.
bro, the Yankees.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, bro? First of all, I want to just say, I want to just publicly state on the record that I'm personally responsible for getting Juan Soto to the Yankees.
I mean,
Okay?
Dominican power.
You feel me? I hit him
De
up.
lo
I was
mío.
like, yo,
De lo
listen. I
mío,
was
you
like,
know?
yo, de lo mío personal. I was like, I need you to come through, bro. We need some sauce out here. I was like, Aaron Judge is him with a capital H, but he doesn't do like, you know what I'm saying? He don't got to shuffle. He don't got to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's
he ain't got the
Derek Jeter.
sauce. He ain't got the
Yeah,
sauce.
he don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and he don't need to have it. You know what
No,
I'm
it's
saying?
true.
Because he don't need to have it because he's Derek Jeter 2.0. That's what we need. No scandals, no funny shit. You know what I mean? He's just the best. He's just
Yes.
the best in the game, and that's it, bro. And he's Team Jordan. He got Jordan cleats. Like, leave him alone, bro. He's our biracial angel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
He
it for the
certainly
video
is.
game numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So Aaron Judge is him. So, but two additions to the Yankees, bro, that have I am one I stand on it are the reason that we're in the postseason right now is Juan Soto, number one, and number two, Jazz Chisholm, bro. Those two guys injected like an energy into the team, bro. And baseball, Jake, I see you with the Mets hat. I know
Yeah.
you know baseball is one of those sports, bro, that it is. If even when you're watching it, bro, it feels like it's it doesn't it feels like obviously you know they're athletic people, they're skilled,
Yeah.
especially baseball. Like every athlete says baseball's the hardest sport to play,
Yeah.
right? So you got to respect them on that level. But then there's like something about baseball, dog. I don't know, and I don't know if I feel it in like almost any other sport, but it feels like energy and like
Mm-hmm.
momentum
Yep.
and like the crowd and like just like the overall like demeanor of the team and the situation, like all that shit matters just as much as like, yo, I'm on a 10 game history. You know what I mean?
It's all
Like,
because it's so mental. Like the reason why other athletes say it so hard is because the baseline of being able to hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball is harder than the baseline of doing anything else in any other sport. And so if
straight
your
up.
mind's off a little bit, how someone's throwing high heat, you're not hitting it.
You know what I'm saying? So then I'm watching the last game 2 of the ALCS, right? And the Yankees are up like 6-2. I'm like, all right, this shit is in the bag, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but here come the Royals. They threaten, right? And I think it's like Clay Holmes, right? So the Clay Holmes goes out, and then they bring in Weaver, who's been lights out. You know what I'm saying? Like Luke Weaver. They bring him in, and he has to get, typically a closer has to get 1, 2, 3 outs, and we're done. Nah, they bring him in with like bases loaded, like, you know what I mean? I think it was bases loaded, but like runners in scoring position, and he has to get 5 outs, and he gets them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like in my head, bro, there was never any doubt, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean about baseball is just kind of like an energy.
Yeah.
Like just when he came out, bro, like just watching him warm up in the bullpen, bro, and his like the way like he was looked locked in was crazy. It reminded me of Michael Phelps in like the Olympics, like a couple of years back, where they showed him like just with the headphones on, like, and it's just
See,
like
that's
I'm
underrated.
like, bro,
People talk about LeBron in Game 6 against the Celtics, but Michael Phelps with the headphones on, I mean,
bruh,
he
I'm
could
like,
outswim a dolphin.
Straight the fuck up. I was like, I don't know what he's listening to, bro, but whatever it is, I don't know if it's Duke Deuce, I don't know if it's Dave Matthews Band, I don't know what the fuck it is, but whatever it is, I need to play it for my team every Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's just like, bro, 1,000-yard stare. I was like, bro, he's gonna swim through the end of the pool and like into the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's locked in. So to that point, like, yeah, baseball is definitely like one of those sports where it's just like it feels super mental, man. And Jake, I can't help but see the Mets hat, and I always would like to say, when I talk about my career, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about like the accolades, it's not about like the awards and shit like that. It's all about the Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. You know what I'm saying? Let's go Mets, baby.
Yeah, the Mets. I'm watching the Mets. I keep glancing down because the Mets are losing right now. But the thing about this Mets team is, honestly, for the first time in my life, the Mets are down 4-0 right now, and I'm like, you know what? They could come back, and that's never a feeling I've ever had as a Mets fan before.
Dog, I'm telling you, as a Knicks fan, I relate. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't think it's a coincidence that they have the same, that the colors of the team colors are the same. Underdog team, bro. This team, and it's crazy because I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm not one of those Yankee fans. Yo, the Mets suck, bro. Get the fucking little brother team, bro. You guys suck. You guys aren't relevant, bro. I'm like, yo, when the Mets are on, it's lit, bro. New York sports is popping. You know what I mean? So
I mean, there's something I can tell you. I'm sure you appreciate the fact that the Mets have a player that is also a Latin pop singer who made the theme song for the team.
Come on.
I mean, that's
like the whole story is ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like 80.
I love
like
this game. No matter what happens, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
like it's like, fam, like if they go to game 7 and lose, bro, it still was like, yo. You know what I mean? And people are like, oh, they got the highest payroll in baseball. Bro, you know how much of that is fucking dead money with Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom?
Oh, you know what I mean?
God. You feel me?
They have Verlander on that team too. They traded him.
Oh, that shit is all dead pitcher money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, the guys on the field.
Man. They honestly might still be paying Mike Hampton. There's no way to know.
You feel me? Like Benny Agbayani still catching Met checks.
Yo, shout out to Benny Agbayani. Oh man. That's a reference back in the day, man.
You feel me?
My goodness.
But yeah, man. So, but the guys that are on the field, like, bro, no, Iglesias was in like what, Double-A ball? Like,
he was in his early 30s in the minors. If you're in your early 30s in the minors as like a middle infielder, your career's over.
Cooked. Yeah, that's it, bro. You just love the game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like you hate your wife. You know what I'm saying? Or both. You know what I'm saying? Like you just want to be out the house on the road all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yo, like, this and again to the whole like, aura, mysticism of baseball, energy. The Mets feel like a team of destiny, bro. Yeah. When you get fucking Shohei Ohtani up there, dog, fucking eating shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, bro, wow. Like, what is going on here? Like, I got this big ass Samoan dude. I don't know if he's Samoan or Dominican, but he's out here fucking throwing gas and striking out the best baseball player on the planet, a cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy work.
No, oh man, like I think when the Mets they had that doubleheader with the Braves and it was that first game, they were behind. They hadn't gotten. I think it was like 1 or 2 hits, and then they had that 8th inning, and then the Braves came back and took the lead. And then the Mets hit back in the ninth. I said, "Uh-oh, I think there's something going on."
Especially because the way that the Braves came back is because Edwin Diaz had a brain fart and forgot to cover first base. And as a lifelong Mets fan, I'm like, of course, this is how the season ends. We had a big comeback, but the closer forgets to cover first, and that's how the season ends. And the fact that the season didn't end that way is, I'm like, who knows? This isn't the same Mets team because every other Mets team in my life would have lost because of that.
Yeah, 100%. And then 3 nights later, the Alonso shit happens. Like
my guy, Steve Cohen, pay that man. I don't care how much you're still paying Lastings millage. Pay that man.
Lastings millage.
Lastings millage. He was the 5-tool. He was the 5-tool superstar.
Yeah, the 5-tool. All the tools were those tiny tools you give kids to play with in toy sets.
Fam, it's funny that you say that because it's like, they're like, this team is like just when you watch them, it's like, yes, like I expect Carlos Beltran to strike out looking to like end game 7 of the NLCS. Yep. You know what I mean? Like I expect this. These are all I expect. Like like a E5. You know what I mean? Like to end the game type of shit. Like and the runners and they fall. Luis Castillo drops the ball. You know what I mean? Like all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you expect it. But now it's like after that Brave series, it's like you said, it's just like, oh, hold on, and that heat, bro, carrying you into the postseason. You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, I'm a Giants fan. I've seen it happen twice.
They got the horseshoe in their ass right now. Yep. Like we'll see if it carries over, but they're really playing incredibly well. I just wanted to say quickly about the Yankees up 2-0, going to Cleveland now. Like you were talking about Weaver and the bullpen and stuff like that. The bullpen's given up 1 run in the playoffs so far. We just got the first Judge home run of the postseason last night. And I think there's something to what you said about Soto. I think Soto brings such a presence to the team. It's not just of how talented and how great he is as a player. Like there's a coolness about this dude that has permeated. And you mentioned adding Jazz and just like Yankee teams have, even the ones that won the championship, they were so buttoned up and stuff like that. It's nice to get a little flavor, man. It is.
You know what I mean? Like that's what makes baseball like jazz, and you know what I'm saying? Little jazz, smooth jazz. You know what I'm saying?
The Staten Island fans were not happy about hearing Jazz was coming to the Yankees.
Bro, it's crazy. Yeah, we don't like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like we like play baseball the right way. But it's like now they're eating their words. You know what I mean? Because he's cooking and he's injected like this sauce into the team, bro. That is just that they need it, bro. You know what I mean?
My favorite thing about Jazz Chisholm is that he's Jazz Chisholm Jr., which means that there's an older guy named Jazz. That just makes me so happy to think about.
Jazz Senior. You know what I'm
saying? Hi, I'm Jazz Senior.
Shout out
the first.
Jazz, man. Shout out to Jazz. So, I mean, like, there's a chance. There's a decent chance that this Subway Series could happen. That would be some crazy. 24 years later.
That'd be crazy. I know MLB's like, we want Yankees, Dodgers, but like, I know MLB's in the office like, yo, I mean, think about it, New York, LA, you know what I mean? But as New Yorkers, man, like a Subway Series will go crazy, bro. Yeah. Like, you know they would like wrap the trains and do all types of crazy shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'd let like graffiti writers write just for the series. Like you can bomb the trains and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
Honestly, it can keep Eric Adams out of jail. I feel like he might be able to parlay that.
Yo, if he's like, I'm the reason this happened, ladies and gentlemen. And when I was in it, I was having a meal at a restaurant, and I decided that I was gonna make a Subway Series because New York City is the Argentina of Australia. So in that favor of cases, you got to understand the Subway Series will be an immaculate conception and a reception.
In New York, anything can happen. A plane can hit the World Trade Center. We could have a Subway Series.
How do you say that? You're not a real person, bro.
The question was, what's one word to sum up the year in New York? And his answer was New York, which is 2 words. And then he explained it.
He didn't say it as 2 words. He said it as New York.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Oh my
But
god.
I want to ask another sports question because
Shit,
there's a
please.
key memory for me. Because I remember one of the first times I ever heard you was because me and AC met basically in a group chat about the old True Hoop podcast at ESPN that became the Basketball Friends, that
Ooh.
group of people. It's like that's how we all met. And
Mhm.
so I remember one of the first times I ever heard you was on a pod. And I remember you said a thing that is like a meme between my older brother and I, where you said you're talking to Carl Anthony Towns, and you said, "Come to New York, you'll be the king of Dykeman." And that
Yo,
was
he
the
said
first
you were
thing.
on Black Opinions
Yeah,
Matter.
Black
That's what
Opinions
it
Matter.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is when it was still under the True banner. And I
Yes.
remember the moment he got traded, I'm like, he's gonna be the king of Dykeman.
Yes.
Bro, I'm telling you, I feel personally responsible for making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to make it happen. You
Absolutely.
feel me? Like 1,000%. Like I said, all the this guy's soft, big meow, big purr. We're gonna do away with all of that. By the end of the season, you're
Thank
gonna be
God,
like,
because I
yo,
gotta admit, I'm a little concerned about that.
oh,
I'm not concerned
bro,
about the fit. I'm concerned about that part. That's just
we're gonna get him right.
all right.
By All-Star break, you're gonna be like, yo, is this guy bunking on Rikers with Ron Artest? Like, what is happening? Why is he acting like this? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, yo, because he's spending every Saturday evening with Mero. You know what I'm saying?
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Honestly, like Merrill, like I gotta say, like this is for me, this is the most anticipated Knicks season since 96, 97 when they got
bro,
Larry Johnson,
without a
Chris
doubt,
Childs.
without a doubt,
Yeah.
without a doubt, because you got it already was right
Yes.
because it was
Yeah,
like it
for sure.
before the scenario was, hey, Julius Randle is coming back fully healthy.
Yes.
What can these Knicks do? Fully loaded, fully healthy. You know, the best ability is availability, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now what can these Knicks do fully healthy with Carl Anthony Towns, the best shooting big man in NBA history, who brings a different kind of spacing.
Yeah.
Different, you know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, we lost shooting with Dante. We gained shooting with Cat, and we gained the big man with Cat. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you lose a big man, you lose shooting, but you get both in return.
Yeah, it's definitely an upgrade from a basketball fit. I think that's not even a doubt.
100%. And now you're like removing some of that like backlog of like depth. You know what I mean? At position. You know what I mean?
Well, people were always wondering, will Randall be like from a playmaking standpoint? Will he kind of want to do his own thing and stuff along those lines? I thought back in January when this team was like they were operating on all cylinders before Jaime Jaquez slid under Randall and got his shoulder messed up, ruined what could have been a potential like finals run. Like I think they could have challenged Boston. I think they could have challenged Boston if Randall stayed healthy.
Without a doubt. But this the weird guy, the heat culture, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got Joel Embiid putting Mitch in a fucking Kurt Angle ankle lock. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and doing the Seth Rollins stomp on Mitch. Goddamn.
Like crazy work, bro. And it's just like, yo, you're trying to hurt this dude, bro. Basketball guys are,
and the refs were like this.
Like, oh, what's that? It reminded me of the Heat series before, where Jalen Brunson got like literally like MMA elbowed in the face by Gabe Vincent, and they were like, we're gonna see if that was a common foul. I was like, are you serious, bro? Like when they showed it in slow mo, you know when like they show boxing in slow mo and the guy gets hit and the whole face just goes. That's what the replay looked like. I was like, yo, stop it, bro. This guy might be concussed. This is a flagrant 2, bro. Give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? And two free throws.
I will say a thing I'm gonna miss from last year's team is there's something always just so satisfying about the Isaiah Hartenstein offensive rebound and then 6 foot like push shot. Like that's one of like because that just feels like a thing that is demoralizing for the other team. They play good defense and some goofy German guy jumps up.
What that feels like? Yep. You know what that feels like, dog? You ever play in a school as a student or as a teacher? Because I taught and was a student, obviously, for many years. And when you're playing in the student faculty game, bro, and the assistant principal just hits you with that weird ass Kevin Duckworth J, and the shit is just cash, but it's from one spot. He can only hit it from one spot, but it doesn't matter if he's triple team. He's hitting that shot every time. That's how demoralizing that shit is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, Jake, like Hartenstein, Hartenstein's like he kind of a brother. He a
He's
brother.
yeah,
I'm aware of that, but that was
yeah.
discourse that Jake Christie, was not
Okay,
going to
sure.
wade into. I mean,
Okay.
that is.
See, you
He's
see,
just light
you
I've
see.
skinned.
yeah.
That's why we work so well together. He knows how to
I
he
believe I
knows how
believe
to
the quote from
weave his way
Bomani
through.
Jones was that he figured that he saw a photo of his dad and determined he was an Isaiah, not just a Hartenstein. I think is the way that he put it.
He's
But
a
no,
Zeke.
but no, man, I'm so excited for this season, man.
Yeah,
Oh man,
no, 100%. And
it's
like
gonna
I
be so
said,
much.
like
Yeah,
now we got Carl Anthony Towns, bro. We got a healthy team. They're 3-0 in the preseason. They look great. You know
yeah,
what I'm
they do look
saying?
good.
Like Cat is looking aggressive, getting to the hoop, yamming it. You know what I'm saying? Flexing at the Garden, bro. Oh, I was like, I shed a tear, dog. I shed a thug tear.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh man. I was like, bro, he just yammed it. It went like this. I was like, yo.
Nah, we need. I've said this before about if the Knicks win a championship, like I'm a very people like me. People
Mm-hmm.
like me a lot. Like I'm a very nice person,
You're a very mild mannered person, I would say.
mild mannered person. If the Knicks win an NBA championship, people are not going to like me.
Oh, but no,
It's going to be
bro.
terrible, man.
It's
Like
gonna, it's gonna be worst shit ever. Worst shit ever. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm gonna be dressed like Spike Lee. Doesn't matter. I could be at a fucking baptism, bro. I gotta be at a bar mitzvah. I'm dressed like Spike Lee with a puffer vest with like Latrell Sprewell jersey on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't matter, bro. I am Knicks out all day. All I'm doing is talking about the Knicks. It's all about the Knicks, baby. That's it. 24/7. You
the
will not
city
be able
will
to shut me up.
spontaneously combust if the Knicks
Combust,
win a
bro.
championship.
Combust. You hear me? And then all we're gonna talk, bro. Listen, every other
Listen.
team immediately becomes a poverty franchise. I don't care what team it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Bunch
I'm
of
saying?
suckers.
Like, oh, bro.
Bunch
My
of
God.
bums.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, bro. That would be.
It's like how Boston win that championship and nobody gave a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not a
You know what I'm saying?
soul.
Yeah,
Not a
I'm
soul.
gonna be at bar trivia. They're gonna ask, name the last 5 NBA champions. I'm gonna pretend I forgot that Boston won. Who won again in 2023-24?
Was it the Nuggets again?
One of my favorite things, though,
Just
about
got hyped. Did they repeat?
one of my favorite things is when I moved back up to New York for college, because I moved to Florida halfway through my childhood. But I moved back up to New York for college, and I was at NYU, and I was in the Tisch building, the arts building, and I rode an elevator with Spike Lee in my freshman year.
Oh
And the
shit.
joy I had, the fact that Spike Lee dresses like Spike Lee all the time, when I figured that out, I'm like, he was wearing a puffer, and he had a Knicks like beanie on, and I'm like, this is a Tuesday. He's in an elevator at an art school, and he's still dressed like Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, baby. At a certain point, bro. If you become like iconic, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. You imagine Spike Lee dressing like, I don't know, like fucking like one of the Hardy Boys or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Like, you
no.
know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even make sense. Like, as soon as it was like, yo, this is my look. I think after, like, as a man after 50, bro, like that's your look. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
settle on it. You know what I mean? Like, you either go full dad, bro, with the tucked in polo, or like you just keep your style what it was. To me, I'm like successful weed dealer from 2006. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
that's my aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, and it's gonna be that. You know what I mean? Like, I have more hoodies than fucking pants. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. A lot of fatigue in my closet.
Oh man. I wanted to ask you this question. In terms of, not only your career and how you view it from, your perspective as it's gone on, and we've been having on and off conversations about this. You've been telling me a lot about like your journey and what that has meant to you and things along those lines. What advice would you give to people who were in your shoes at one point, or in your shoes now, like trying to get there, trying to find that way? You have talent, you have something that's there, but breaking through that ceiling is very difficult. And even now, you're still fighting, you're still trying to make your way up top. What would you say to someone who's trying to get to, it doesn't even necessarily have to be where you're at, but just to find their way, because it takes so long. It's such a journey.
You said it, bro. Like, that's the key word, dog. Is like, yo, this shit is a journey, B. Like, I've been doing this since 2007. You know what I mean? Like, and it's 2024. You feel me? Like, you gotta keep so, and this is another thing too. You gotta know you have talent. How do you know you have talent? Not because your cousin says you have talent, because 100 random strangers have told you have talent. 100 people that have nothing to do with each other have told you that you're funny. 100 people that have nothing to do with each other told you that you take great photographs. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like 2 people might lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Your girl might lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Your dad might lie to you and be like, yeah, that was great, son. And nah, that shit was made. You know what I'm saying? But like 100 random strangers ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're paying them. So identify that you have talent, number one. I bet I am talented. I'm not just delusional. Bet. Cool. Now you gotta put the fucking work in. Now you gotta really get to work. And I suggest trying everything, because you never know what your strength is. You know what I mean? Like, it could be in front of the camera, it could be as a writer, it could be as an editor, it could be as a director, you know, setting up shots. It could, you know what I mean? It could be as a stand-up. It could be, no matter what, as a fucking guitarist, like, no matter what area of, you know, of the arts, entertainment you're in, you can be, you know what I mean? Like, anything, it's gonna sound corny, but like, you can be anything you want to be, but like, within that anything is very broad. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment is a very, like, entertainment, it encompasses so much shit that, you know what I mean? Like I said, you could be the illest editor ever, you know what I mean, and end up winning an Oscar for editing a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like, is it the most glamorous job? No, but do you get to do what you love to do, which is, you know what I mean, like, watch movies, you know what I mean, like, impact how they come out? That you do. Are you getting paid? Yes. You know what I mean? Handsomely. Are you getting awards? Yes. Now we're cooking. You know what I mean? So it's just like, to me, it really is just like, yo, give yourself runway, yo. Everything that goes supernova, super crashes. You know what I mean? Give yourself runway, be patient, give yourself grace, fuck up a lot, you know what I mean? And don't just fuck up and be mad, fuck up and learn from it. Also, haters are just critics, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's just like, if somebody's just like, yo, Mero fucking talks too much and his laugh is goofy as fuck. Okay. All right, bro. Let me watch this last episode. Let me see if I did talk too much. You know what I mean? Like, I know the laugh is goofy as fuck shit. That's you just hating. You just saying that because every time you say, I laugh, your girl's like, he's so funny. Like, yo, he be making me laugh. Like, when he laughs, I laugh too. Like, he's OD funny. Oh my God. That's why you saying that, because your girl said that. The other part might be true. So, like, as an artist, bro, you always got to be willing to accept criticism and be like, yo, and like, take a look at your shit and be like, yo, are they right? You know what I mean? Like, and fuck them anyway. You know what I mean? Right or wrong. But if they are right, you know, just kind of don't. I'm not gonna say take a critic's critique and like, you know, like, have it, hold it as like gospel, but like, you know, have it weigh into your own personal feelings about the art that you're making. You know what I mean?
Yes, and wonderful stuff from Mero. Well, Mero, we want to thank you, man. We appreciate you for stopping by and rapping with us. It's just like, I will say this, like, just as a fan, this is like a cool moment for me, and I'm sure for Jake it is the same.
Hey, man,
as well.
It's cool for me, dog. This is like man, listen. So like I didn't pop off on TV. You know what I mean? First, like, it was digital, right? Like, I'm on Twitter talking shit. You know what I mean? Like, I started doing videos. I link up with Jesus. We do a podcast. We do all this stuff. You know what I mean? But it started somewhere. You know what I mean? And it started just like this. You know what I mean? So like, when you hit me up and you were like, yo, you know, like, yo, Dragonfly was like, yo, da da da, and I was like, yo, of course.
Shout out to Tyler. I mean? Shout out to Tyler.
Yo,
the best.
Together. Shout out to Ty. You know what I'm saying? Ty, sipping my Ty, sipping the Ty. But yeah, nah, like, it feels good because it's like as a comedian, it's like going to like an open mic that nobody's expecting you to go to. You know what I mean? Where you can just go there and like let it hang, like, be yourself. You know what I mean? Like, be comfortable. You know what I mean? And just kind of like try new shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and it's just like a level that's different than like the high, like, you know, big media entity thing. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, yo, now I'm talking to my publicist. Yo, don't make sure you don't say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you talk
Mhm.
about this within the first 5 minutes and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So, but when shout out to y'all. You know what I mean, for giving me a platform to just chop it up with two cool guys.
Absolutely. Can I
Oh
just say
man,
before we go,
yes.
there's one specific line that I would be remiss if I didn't say. I think about all the time. It's a thing that me and my older brother quote back to each other all the time. That you said on the Viceland show, where the clip where you're talking about Sri Lanka's Got Talent, where the guy hits himself in the head with a board. I don't know if you remember this, but
Yes,
you,
Poppy. Why you
you
hitting? You
yes,
hating with Paving Stone? Why you do that?
there's a thing you say where you're doing your dad's voice, and I'm not gonna do it, but you say that's not a real job. You have to fix refrigerator or something,
Oh,
and that is
Poppy, no,
whenever.
Jay, let me tell you something. Right now, what you doing right now? Here,
Mhm.
what's the name? Why, hijo, ¿cómo se llama? What's the name you podcast? Why is the name this thing here?
It's a Marvel Cinematic University.
Oh, okay. Papi, I tell you right now, that's no real job, Papa. You gotta fix a refrigerator, you gotta fix a air condition, and it's walk-in refrigerator that you see in the
Mhm.
supermarket and like that. Commercial unit, Papi. That's a real job. In the microphone, talking the microphone. Why? Can you? Hey, what are you thinking about baseball?
So yeah, whenever my brother and I have to talk about like someone who needing a job, it's we say
That's
we
not
need
a real
it's
job,
not a
Papi.
real job, like fixing a refrigerator or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's it,
man,
bro. It's a real job.
That's it.
yes.
It is. It is. Good job.
Yes. And so Mero, like you got obviously 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, Victory
Yes,
Light.
sir.
Shout out to
Uh,
Victory
uh,
Light. The podcast keeps rolling. You got the YouTube channel where you
yes,
got your own
according to the
shit, and you
kid.
got yes, a
Mhm.
lot of things going on for you. So very happy for your success.
Thank you,
Rooting
thank
for
you.
you, and then maybe sometime in the future we could do this again. This was
Hey.
such a pleasure, such a wonderful time.